and thank you for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. I'm Marcella Lee. Here at CBS 8, we are working for you, getting to the bottom of problems you've asked about, and we are looking for solutions. We start on the UC San Diego campus, where crews are taking down hundreds of eucalyptus trees in a student housing area to prevent the trees from falling and causing damage, injury, or even death. But some students are concerned about the loss of shade. CBS 8's Brian White is working for you to find out if the university has a plan to address this.
Yeah, I was out here a year ago when students contacted us about the dangers of falling tree limbs. And now, a year later, the school is actually removing all of the eucalyptus trees in the area here. But without any plans to replant more trees to take their place, some students are not happy about it.
Crews hard at work cutting and dismantling these giant eucalyptus trees in and around the Mesa student housing complex.
So right here we have a few of the trees that have been cut down just last week.
Around here, tree limbs are known to fall periodically, sometimes destroying cars. And just a month ago, one fell on an apartment. Luckily, no one was hurt.
I heard how a big branch fell on top of the apartment that was right behind, and I actually got to see what happened.
I reached out to UCSD and they told me they're removing 250 eucalyptus trees that were identified as having the most risk.
I mean, I don't think it merits taking all of the trees out. It will make such a big difference in our everyday lives not to have trees around.
Anna Lopez is a sociology PhD student who's lived here 3 years. She thinks keeping some trees would be better than removing all of them.
The trees have been fundamental to give us shade, just make this like a cooler, easier to live place.
UCSD tells me the work started last week and should go for a couple months. If a tree's size and fall radius could hit a building, car, or playground, then it will be cut down. But students here want to see other trees planted in their place.
Without the trees, it will be kind of living like in a desert.
The university tells me they have plans to demolish and redevelop the entire Central and South Mesa housing areas in the coming years, at which point new landscaping and trees will be added, but not before then.
The time to plant trees is now, and they're going to wait till they redevelop, which to me is unacceptable, especially given that we're experiencing such harsh changes in weather and climate issues.
At UCSD, working for you, Brian White, CBS 8.
Thanks, Brian. COVID-19 cases are on the rise this summer across the country and here in San Diego County. According to CDC data, hospitalizations started to go up nationwide in the beginning of July. We spoke with one San Diego-based health expert who confirmed hospitalizations are up in our region as well. CBS 8's Rocio de la Fe shows us what is driving the summer spike.
It's not just nationwide. Recent data shows COVID hospitalizations are up in our region as well. And although it's not yet clear what's causing cases to go up, experts believe there are a number of different factors at play.
When hospital admissions are higher, that's of course concerning.
San Diego County is seeing a spike in COVID cases. Hospitalizations are still considered low, but are steadily rising. It's part of a similar trend happening across the state and country.
We are seeing an increase in hospitalizations. It is a slight increase. We do have a lot of hospital capacity. We have a lot of ICU capacity.
Family medicine specialist at Sharp Reef Steele, Dr. Abizola Lulade, says case counts typically go up during the summertime. I asked her what's the driving force behind the current spread.
People are gathering, so we're seeing record number of people traveling, and so that's of course going to lead to people at transportation hubs, and that's going to increase cases. People are going to see Barbenheimer, and they're going to concerts, and they're doing it without masks.
Another possible contributing factor, the Omicron variant continues to evolve, making it easier to spread.
All of these things do combine.
Nationwide, a new subvariant of Omicron called Iris is now the dominant strain. There's no current evidence that it's in San Diego County, but experts do expect it to be here as cases spread. Olulade says although the new subvariant can lead to more severe cases, vaccines will still protect you. The FDA did authorize a new shot, but it hasn't been made available yet. I asked Dr. Olulade which vaccine is better.
The best COVID vaccine is the one that's available to you.
That means if you're not up to date with your COVID shot or booster, you should make an appointment soon. The latest FDA-approved vaccine is expected to become available sometime in mid to late September. And for extra protection, consider wearing a mask. You can find N95 masks available to order on Amazon. Prices range between $10 to $25. For more information about vaccines, appointments, and masks, visit CBS8.com. Rocio de la Fe, CBS 8, working for you.
Thanks, Rocio. If you filled up your gas tank recently, you probably noticed prices are inching up again. Typically, when gas prices increase, the main culprit is the cost of oil. But this time, the price of oil is only partly to blame for the spike. Experts say last month's record heat also contributed to the sudden surge. CBS 8's Regina Yorita explains how the hot weather is affecting oil and gas production.
San Diego drivers are once again irritated at the pump.
It's kind of outrageous.
The average price of a gallon of regular gasoline rose more than 18 cents over the past 2 weeks. I asked people at this Kearny Mesa gas station if they felt the pinch.
How you guys feeling?
About gas? Broke.
They tell me they're also looking into other transportation to avoid spending money on gas.
I'm thinking about riding my bike. I can't afford to drive a car.
I'm riding with him just to get what I got to do, you know, it's too expensive.
According to AAA, there are several reasons for the sudden surge. Last month's extreme heat played a role in the recent spike due to some refineries pulling back. Many of them can only operate at temperatures between 32 and 95 degrees.
In certain parts of the country, extreme temperatures, triple digits, will affect refineries because they don't want to work in such extreme heat.
Crude oil prices have also gone up to nearly $87 a barrel compared to $70 a month ago. When global oil prices climb, so do gas prices. Here in California, the state's average price for a gallon of gas is significantly more expensive compared to other states. It's why people are fed up, even the ones visiting from the East Coast.
I just got in here from Connecticut. I've never seen prices this high.
The spike also comes just 2 months after California's new gas price gouging law went into effect. It requires refineries to send in daily transaction reports to a new watchdog division.
That was Regina Yorita reporting. AAA also says California has increased oil stockpiles and imports. This could provide some relief to drivers by driving down wholesale prices, but it is not clear when gas prices will drop. It's back to school time, and the National Retail Federation says parents are expected to spend a record amount on shopping for the new school year. CBS 8's Abby Black is working for you to show you how you can save.
Parents are expected to spend a lot of money this back-to-school shopping season. We're working for you. If you shop smart, you could save. Here at the Salvation Army thrift store in Otay Mesa, this Minnie Mouse unicorn backpack is only $10.99.
Parents are lining up to spend during back-to-school shopping this year. The National Retail Federation predicts consumers will spend a record $41.5 billion on school items and clothes.
Just including the back-to-school supplies, I would say that we spend probably about $150 to $200 per child.
That can add up for families, about $200 more than before the pandemic.
We're expecting that parents are going to be spending about $895 on back-to-school this year.
Charlie Pastor is a certified financial planner and expert with the Motley Fool Ascent. He says school supplies are getting pricey.
Graph paper has increased in price by about 13% in the last year alone.
So before you fill your cart, we studied up and are working for you on how to save at checkout. One way is to buy used
books for certain classes or calculators.
We went to the Salvation Army thrift store where we found deep discounts on children's clothing.
I love saving $1 here.
Look at these cute Jurassic Park tennis shoes, and then we found kids' tops are only $1.99, but in a few weeks they'll only be $1.
On Saturday, August 19th, we're having a 50% off sale.
The Salvation Army Captain Willie Bland says inflation is pushing more customers in the door for back-to-school shopping.
Yeah, they're for all ages.
We went online, and DealNews.com shares what retailers have the best deals for cleaning supplies, backpacks, school supplies, and laptops.
Buy as needed to supplement throughout the rest of the year.
Pastor also cautions against racking up a credit card. He suggests using one that can pay off.
And if you have a cashback credit card, you could earn some money back.
We also found that this Saturday, the county's giving away hundreds of backpacks filled with school supplies at Child Support Services on Kearny Villa Road starting at 9 a.m. No matter your budget, finding a deal will get you an A+ in shopping.
Everybody needs to save some money if you can.
Working for you in Otay Mesa, Abby Black, CBS 8.
Thanks, Abby. Do a little homework and you'll be able to save some money. Remember, we are working for you. If there's something, an issue, concern that you'd like us to look into affecting you or your community, send us an email at workingforyou@cbs8.com. Thank you so much for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. We'll see you next time.